30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. it's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat?
Вот гадочка.
What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Недоступно. Ладно.
This place draws you in and never lets you go. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Куча опять кабинетов.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Doctor, please, my chest.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Сейчас мы тут всех подлечим. Немножко.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Все.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
Поспи, поспи.
Mrs. Sanders?
О, она тоже здесь. Почему у нее нет глаз? Что она вообще здесь делает?
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
В карте описывается состояние, в котором Ирен Сандрус поступила в Риверсайдский институт, а также лечение, которое ей было назначено. Фуллер дописал примечание. Он рекомендует перевести ее в психиатрическое крыло, чтобы обеспечить необходимую тишину и покой. Сандрус тоже тут немножко сошла с ума. Так, это сломавший спину, да? здесь что-нибудь есть? Ничего.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable, but Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Ладно.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
И?
His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Так. Пробраться в кабинет. Посмотрим, что еще здесь.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but... It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Что делает здесь констебль?
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Where did my fiancé go?
I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Чё у вас все лица одинаковые?
Dr. Colden.
Все, что ты мне скажешь?
This man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete.
Это
What did
очень
Fuller
странная
do to
карта,
him?
она не полностью заполнена, в ней отсутствует информация о лечении, стандартные требования не соблюдены. О, Эдвард Пирс.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor. Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
Ладно. Куча кабинетов, боже мой. Да, я вышел сюда посмотреть.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's
Everybody
office.
says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Господи, привязывают их. Так, ладно. Справочник по медицинским наукам. В этой книге в словаре в алфавитном порядке перечислены все методы лечения, известные и практикуемые в современном мире. В каждой статье указаны крупнейшие труды по теме и наиболее авторитетные имена. Окей. Что еще интересного? Ничего.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Смотри, какая.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Понятно. Так, ладно, мы сейчас еще побродим.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we...
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Барбитураты выписаны доктором Фуллером.
You won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real...
В своей псевдонаучной книге Чезаре Ламброза демонстрирует связь между морфологическими признаками индивида и его преступными наклонностями. Серьезность исследования и впечатляющие примеры могут обмануть несведущего читателя.
Real show.
Так.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Запасов все нет.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, and Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Понятно. Эта крыса напрямую с ней. Медицина и тайные науки. В этой очень интересной книге, предназначенной для широкого круга читателей, описано, как непризнанные науки влияли на современную медицину. Магнетизм, народная медицина, китайская акупунктура, гипноз, лечение травами, алхимия и многие другие методы внесли свой вклад в медицину в начале нашего века. Эти книжки, интересно, сохраняются.
Watch out for the water, doctor.
Так. Что у нас здесь? Кухня. Какая-то помойная похлебка.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food. Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Так. Где я еще не был? В том крыле. Это делает инвентаризацию, охранник.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Эта дверь сюда же.
The door to the boiler room is locked. Where did I see that key? Ah, yes. The office in Block B.
Да я-то помню, где ты его видела. Нужно в котельную отключить воду, быстренько проскочить в кабинет. Почему бы его сразу
The key
не
to the
взять?
boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Господи, что за грязь? Ого, ого.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Инструмент. Где может быть инструмент? Ага, домыл, да? Отлично.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Так, нужно теперь, наверное, сказать Элизабет.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Так, что еще у нас тут ключ? Сейчас она скажет. Так, старой корости. И можно будет спокойно пройти в кабинет.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
Так, быстро шарим кабинет. Что тут все есть?
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Так.
I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Все?
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Why is Ethan on medication? This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here? The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Туфелька Сары.
I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
Подвал, я так понимаю, здесь. Так, что еще предметы? Записки Фуллера. После осмотра гостиной Хокинса возникает вопрос, что же стало с телами родителей. А вот находки доктора Колден в кабинете Фуллера только подтверждают его причастность к происходящему. Сара Хокинс с места преступления забрал именно доктора Фуллера. К тому же директор Риверсайдского института был очевидно одержим молодой художницей. Содержание цилиндров для фонографа, записанных доктором, доказывает его интерес к ней и дополнительно подтверждают краткие обзоры психоаналитических сеансов, а также анализы крови. На одном из цилиндров Фуллер явно говорит о том, что спрятал тело и личные вещи одного из своих пациентов. Знакомое место.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
I came to this island to investigate a death and ended up in your shop.
How convenient.
I'm serious. I saw the broken glass and followed the path. The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Ага, вот эта тачка.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
Так, я думаю, мы будем искать ее в следующей серии, на этом закончим.